Watch me transform this kitchen and watch how we overcome bad walls like sheer follow.
So today's job is kitchen walls. They are not very good. So what I am going to do, I'm going to prime up the boards both sides. I'm going to prime up this walls. I'm going to prime up these walls. I am going to work out the height of this. I'm going to multi-cut that off. I am going to overboard these walls. Now you think, oh, you'll see the edge. You won't see the edge there, there's some boxing in. And on this edge, where it's all being boxed out at the top, you'll see the edge there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to double trim that. So it'll be the trim on one side, which will cover the tile, and then the trim the other side. And that's what we're going to have to do there to try and make that look as pretty as we can. Otherwise, you're looking at getting in a plaster to try plaster around these bumps and things. And what they usually do is they follow the walls and put the bumps in. So, yeah, that's why we're doing what we're doing. Prime this up. Anything loose, we'll get it hacked off, get it filled over with some adhesive, and we shall go from there. So stay tuned. Let's out my height for where my tile's going to go to. Both sides, marks that on. I'm going to put a level line across, get the multi-tool out, get that out, see what we're left with there, and then prime everything up. Juffling heck, I need a new blade on that. Woo. Pit stop on blade so she don't smoke like she was smoking. Now let's give this a second time round. New blade, happy days. Just this side to do now. So just cut that down, pulled that out. As you can see, it's exposed brick, so that's going to get primed up, reboarded in nice. Same here. Cut that down, pull out. Same again, exposed brick. That's why they put these window boards on, but they look awful. So it was originally tiled before with some like rock face. They'd left that in and just went around it. So we're going to board that in and make it all nicey. Happy days. Got all gear. So just do a bleeding kitchen wall. Tell it to tile and make the right choice. What I'm going to do now is I am going to pre-prime the boards before cutting them down and getting them stuck on. I'm going to prime both sides. That way it saves mess later on. Give him a nice prime up because these boards are very, very porous. So get all these primed up. See front and back primed, and it dries in absolutely no time. That's how porous these boards are, so make sure you give them a good drink. So first board, cut around up there, that's fine. So I'm going to cut them all in dry first, and then I'll do a mix of rapid, get these fired on. The reason we're doing this is obviously to get them flat because we're using smaller tiles. I'm doing it in a brick bomb fashion, so you cannot bed these out. The walls need to be very good, so that's why we're doing that. You can see dry cutting in this, and this is just going to be a prime example why we are looking at overboarding than trying to get a plastering, because look at that there. And you always find on these corners where the windows are, they're always bored. So what would happen here is the plaster would come and skim to what's there. It wouldn't be flat. But what we're going to do is get it flat, nice and flat for the tiles. So that bit's in, cutting, a bit to cut up there and a bit in there, a bit in here. And we can stick them. A little insight into today. This is on the right zone, isn't it? Anyway, walls are crap. So primed up, got some boards, board over, and yeah, I've took this out. Crap multi-tool now when it burnt my hand as well. It's nice. Bit more to cut up there, that's done. I need to prime that board, both sides. That's cut. Just put the bottom in, two sides in, and that top, then I can get a mix on and let's get it going. Now, Shagger, have you got any plastic trim? I don't need a bit. I need a bit down there and a bit on the side. Let me know if you got some, Shagger. Now then, Russ, do you have any spare bit of plastic, mate? I've just got to put a bit around this window, mate, at the bottom and up sides. Just wondered if you had a bit on your van or whatnot. Don't need much, mate, about a length of what, 1200, 1500, 1600, something like that, mate. Let me know, mate. So we're all tiled in now. I'm going to get out this morning. I've got some plastic strip to go down in there. Keeping. Get out up and let's go.
Fucking full cup of tea, and he's a goner. Full pot.